Good morning, everyone. It's Gal. Love is in the air, and today we're playing some Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Randomizer to celebrate Valentine's Day. You can see here we're going to reveal Anna's love by defeating the Water Hag. We're going to free King Eblin and Queen Eblin. We're going to fight the King and Queen of Monsters. We're going to save our love with the Sand Ruby. And we're going to hit Yang with a pan to show his wife's love. That's going to get us the crystal. All the bosses are mixed in. The big thing here that makes it's going to make it different is this entire seed is only Cecil and Rosa. So duplicates are allowed. I'm very curious to see how this works. Like, combat's going to be really straightforward. There's no magic, so you can't do reflect strategies. You can't really, you can't do Quake. You can't do D-machine grinds. You can't steal items. But we're basically going to have to... So, first of all, Dark Knight Cecil is not good. So one of the things, just right off the bat, is we need to get some... Ideally get a bow for Rosa. The other thing is going to be once we get going, it's kind of going to be a matter of how much we can sustain as far as like what the best ratio of Cecil's to Rosa's is. We get the Sand Ruby right off the bat. Nice. Glad I checked that. So we're going to get a third character, one way or the other. We know what the options are. I mean, the good news is these two at high levels can basically solo the game. So a whole party of them is going to be ridiculous once we get going. The trick is just going to be getting equipment for Cecil and getting to the point where he is able to become a pal. I think those are the two big pieces. So a second Rosa. And our first objective. Yeah, offhand, as long as we've got the equipment for it, I feel like 2 Rosas for 3 and 3 Cecils is probably the best ratio. But again, part of it is going to be getting the right... Okay. So we need some looting. And honestly, I'm gonna do... We're probably gonna come back here later, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this just to get a thorough check on what we've got available. And ideally, like, Eblin Castle, there's a chance that we can get, like, either an, I think, yeah, samurai arrows. We may be able to get, like, an Artemis bow, even. or heroin robe. In which case, we go from this being a challenging first couple areas to that being, you know, Rosa becoming the attacker until Cecil can hold us up. And yeah, we're just checking, or we're going to just be avoiding the trap chests here. Areas with trap chests naturally get better items. Those are all pretty solid. Rune Ring and Glass Helm are going to make somebody very, very defensive. I am going to go ahead and go back for those, and then we'll... Yeah, I'm not going to go back over to the right, or over to the left right now. I'll go back there when I swoop through and actually beat the monster chests. Again, with all these Cecils, there's a good chance we're going to want to do some trap chests, because trap chests are how you get stuff like crystal swords and Excaliburs. Also, we do automatically get an Excalibur if we forge the crystal, which there's an okay chance of us doing if one of the objectives is on the moon. I mean, there's an okay chance of us doing it anyway, but there's a, like, especially good chance of us doing it if there's a... or if we end up having to go through the moon. I promise this is worth it. Resetting out of these just real quick like that gives us a pretty good way to... I mean, we get to know where the monster chests are. That's the important. Did I just... I'm dumb. That one was on me. The other one was not that great, but I think it was a blizzard? Yeah. Which, while not great, is still worth it at this point. Now, one of the other random pieces here is we have a bunch of other equipment that we can't use. Equipment for Edge is straight up not usable. Yang... a little bit of Sid. You know, some of like Kane's spears and stuff. So like Ninja Sword, Full Moon, right off the bat, Ashura, and all of those are ridiculously good money. I feel like 3 exits should be okay. We're not going to do that right now. We do have a couple boss hunts, so we will be wanting to do a little bit as far as that goes. Mute arrows, short bow, mute arrows, short bow. That's actually pretty solid. Shadow Sword, I don't think we've got anything else for him. Second bandana, that's awesome. Like, the stuff we're getting is actually, as odd as it sounds, we're getting lots of really good stuff, which is almost a little unfortunate because until we get a paladin, we can't use a lot of it, so we just have to hold it instead of selling it, which would be helpful. Bandanas are awesome, though. That's going to be really good. Drain Sword. That actually is one of the other things I was thinking about. So Drain Sword is actually a really good one to get because one of the other things I was thinking is one of the downsides with this party is we don't have an automatic agility anchor. We basically have to use one of the Cecils. And depending on where all of their agility ratings are, that might mean you know, putting a curse ring on, and then you've got, you know, 2 Cecils berserking effectively, one that's got the curse ring and its stats are crap. Or you could put it on a Rosa, because you really just need the 1 Rosa for the most part. 2 would probably be fine, but, you know. That's unfortunate. That's gonna hurt our XP a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. Doesn't matter for Cecil, and unfortunately Rosa didn't get Cure 2 yet. Package. We'll see where we end up. If we keep getting Rosas, it may be worth it to do the package, but otherwise we're probably saving it for a boss hunt if we don't find what we're looking for. Another Cecil. I'm not sure how well we can do at this one with this setup. Okay. Their health's low enough that we can. That's one of those, if we had Cure 2, I wouldn't have worried about it. But the Cure 2 potions were enough. Yeah, we'll check the back. It's part of the reason I picked up those exits. Rosa doesn't learn exit until very late in the game. And by very late in the game, I mean whenever you do the Earth Crystal, she does not learn it naturally, which does make some of this early exploration a little trickier. Not loving where we're at right now. It's one of those things where we're going to most likely get a tipping point. Now, just getting to ordeals is going to be a big deal. Clearing ordeals is the thing I am currently feeling like is slightly out of reach. We don't have a lot of damage, and that's the big problem. Okay, Dark Knights are getting a few levels, which, while I normally don't care, is kind of okay right now. Tower Key. So, I think we take a crack at ordeals. Our options at this point... Actually, yeah, let's... I'm gonna stop off. Normally, I don't even bother checking Silvera. But at this point, the biggest items that I need are just a bow. Like, we've got a short bow. I'd be okay with, like, an archer bow would be fine. And I guess while we're here, we'll continue looking for life potions, because we haven't found those yet. A couple extra star veils, I guess. Oh, we have an elven bow that I missed. Cool. I don't think he can equip any of this. Yeah. Elven Bow works for now. I mean, it'll do the job. What we're going to be doing for this next boss is pretty much what you just saw at the Pale Dim fight. The roses in the back are probably just going to be able to tank whatever is thrown at them, because they're back road and wearing a glass helm, and yeah. That should do it. Rune Axe is one of the first weapons for Cecil we've gotten. We've gotten lots of good just armor, but not much in the way of weaponry. Defense sword's better. Getting all of our lunar sparkles out of the way before, Big Wave is percentage based. It's going to take half the health off every character. Counters with weak. Good to know. Yeah, I think we... Tier 2, just to make sure that we don't get killed by percentage-based damage. Also, we're having the middle Rosa use Cure, because the Elven Bow gives a plus to her white magic casting. So she should be healing more than the other Rosa. Actually, the other Rosa has a rune ring. Never mind. The good news is, Ogopogo, while he is scary, a lot of his stuff is counterattack based or percentage based. So I think we're okay here. Plus, this spot has really crappy stats. Which is probably why he's not doing anything with those physical attacks. I kind of wish there was a shop that had bombs, and I'm kind of wishing that I'd picked those up, just as a way for the Cecils to actually do damage. Just would have made things go a little faster. Like, I think we'll be fine. And once we get across the bridge, we'll definitely be fine. Okay, this is actually really good. We'll just reflect the Mega Nuke. We don't need to waste we don't need to waste Star Veils on the Cecils because they're literally going to reset to level 1 as soon as we're done here. This is a full heal when you start and when you end the fight. And Cecils are both going to roll over into Paladin, which means that we get, when we start the fight, we can equip them with new weapons. Oh boy, a cat claw. Catclaw does sell okay, I guess, but yeah. The other guard fight? Interesting. Those enemies are considered mages, and they're therefore weak to mute arrows and the rune axe. Come on. Yep. And we're healed. Okay, so now we get to start doing broken stuff. So especially early game, one of the things we can do is we can put one Cecil in kind of a more defensive role. And one in more of a offensive role. Another Cecil, nice. Antlion as the first boss, should be really straightforward. So we're going to avoid the counterattacks here by having the Rosas use the aim command instead of actually attacking. The aim command doesn't trigger off of normal, or doesn't trigger counterattacks the same way physical attacks do. This is not great. We'll have to see how it goes. Okay, we're okay. I was thinking that those physical attacks might be scarier than they apparently are. We've got enough defensive items on here that we should be okay. By the way, I'm not worrying about healing Rosa because Cecil will use cover to jump in front of her. Make sure the full Petrified never takes. Now, one of the things I mentioned right off the bat is going to be coming up here. Darkness Crystal's interesting. That means we can go to the moon and get another character, but we really don't need another character because we've got what I feel is probably going to be fine for the rest of the game. But we don't have equipment for this last Cecil right now. Like, that's going to be part of the, I guess, interesting aspect of this seed is, like, at some point we're not going to have enough stuff or have the right stuff for everybody. We still haven't found life potions. We've done the basic route here. Let's see what we've... Remind me what we've got. Twin Harp is one of the big ones. Let's do a quick check here. Nope. Plague is not King Queen Evelyn or Water Hag. So I'm pretty sure that means our way underground is going to be at this spot, or at least the continuing path. Let's poke our head into Toroya. It's less of a problem on the armor side, but we'll still check. And we'll poke our head into the 2 item shops just in case, because life potions are a thing. I guess I don't really need the kamikaze because we know where plague is and it's not required. We'll just let Dark Elf do his thing, because I don't have enough gear for that. Let's see what the song is. Sure, there's lots of lovely ballads that we could be getting here. Not what I had in mind. Not at all what I had in mind, but boss battle from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. It is not Water Hag, which means we're gonna be here a while. So this is the alternate boss gauntlet, or the alt gauntlet, Pooble gauntlet. The nice thing is we are going to get some XP out of this. The bad news is it's a bunch of fairly slow fights. And we don't have any good AoE. Bow and arrows against flying enemies will help a little bit. Oh, we just got Berserk. That's potentially going to also help, just because we can, you know, have that additional option. We'll just get the Cecils going and heal our newest Cecil that is almost dead. Couple cure 2s. This is awful. This one's more just obnoxious and time-consuming than it is hard. You need to equip arrows on the bottom Rosa there. I think we've got 2 left. Why did the music reach me here? The power of love. We've got a hook seed. That's a thing that's happening. Okay, so we don't get to just guarantee a Magna Key. In fact, we now know that the way underground is going to be through that hook. I don't have another route to try at this point. So the next question is, how geared up are we, and how geared up do we need to be? Cave Evelyn actually has some solid stuff, but so does... So yeah, maybe what I'll do is just go do the rest of the castle quick. I'm gonna poke my head into Mysidia quick as well. One of the things we really need is arrows. Oh, that's right, big whale. Yep. Good job, guys. Technically, there's a shop on the moon as well, but that does not feel worth it right now. Silk webs are really good, so yeah, I'll pick those up. There's our mute arrows. Mute arrows are really good, so I am okay with just having a pile of them here. Still don't have a better bow option, but we'll take it. So I am glad we stopped there. Let's go ahead and pick up our hovercraft, because the hovercraft is going to be needed for the hook route. We'll see what the treasures of Castle and Cave Evelyn are. Now, I genuinely don't know how this fight's gonna go. These guys are pretty powerful. We're probably just going to have to get a little bit lucky. We're probably going to have to do some healing here. And once we get Berserk going, we'll be in a little bit better shape. Unfortunately, I did get rid of those ice arrows at just the wrong time. Down to just the stale man. Decent experience there. Roses gets Blink. That'll be helpful. Crystal Armlet. I mean, it's technically an improvement. Barely. I just realized I only have one tent. So that might also be a problem here. There's a few good healing spots on the way, though. It just means that I don't think I'm going to be doing all 3 of the treasure chests right now. So I'm just going to do the other one here. And if I decide I want to do the 3rd one later, I can. That seems okay. Mad Ogres are considered mage enemies, so they are, much like the other enemies we were dealing with, weak to the rune axe and the mute arrows that we've got. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss some Berserks down. I'm gonna see if I can get 1 life potion here. Nope. Honestly, I'm just glad that one went better. I was getting a little nervous. Okay, life staff. That's gonna make our healing output significantly stronger. Not great right now when we're still relying on Rosa for damage. But, I mean, especially if we want to say... I feel like this is reasonable to equip. The other thing I need to really quick do is just get the back row glitch enabled on these Cecils, because they're not doing as much damage as they could be in the, or when they attack enemies in the back row. And since we did okay there, I'm actually going to go ahead and try the 3rd chest. I think it was over here. Didn't she just get silenced? Apparently her charm is not a silence effect. Or isn't a magic effect, technically. Oops, sight. There we go. I'm really glad we went back for that. So, if you are not familiar, the Crystal Sword is, by a very large margin, the best sword in the game. Best weapon in the game. So, that's gonna take one of our Cecils from very little damage output to very high damage output. Actually, can Cecil use the crystal armband? Yes. There we go. We are going to go for the trap chests here. And we are going to check these shops because, well, first of all, they're usually pretty good shops. Second of all, we don't have any tents. I don't love using inns when we don't need to, but yeah. Rune rings are good. Wizard robes. Just get some armor in general. Actually, yeah, we want to put that on this Rosa. Since she's our caster. Zeus Gauntlet. Crystal Armlet. That makes that Cecil better to be the last one berserked. And I don't think I'm going to equip that Crystal Helm. or the Dragoon. I've got a second Elven Bow if I need it now. Lots of goodies to sell. Silent Staff gives us a second staff for Rosa. Like I said, Crystal Sword's pretty good. Berserk's pretty good. Crystal Sword's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna have to fight a trapdoor later. Perfect. Mad Ogres. Get some life potions going. For those, or I can't remember if I really talked about this already. I don't think I did. Life glitch means, so when you use a life potion, it restores HP based on the vitality stat of the person you're using it on. All normal monsters in the game have a vitality stat of 0. So if you use the life potion on them, they will instantly revive with 0 hit points, and you get credit for killing them twice. You have a very brief window where that's, something you can do. You basically have to target the life potion before they die. But if you do it too early, then obviously it doesn't work. So one way that you can get a little bit of bonus XP is in those regular enemy fights. Once you have a Berserk set, or if you have like a longer casting spell, you can set up a life potion to go next. Now, I probably should not have actually been doing that. as I'm sitting here thinking about the fact that I haven't found a shop that sells life potions yet. But we do have 2 Rosas, so I'm not as worried as I would be. Vanilla King Queen Evelyn. Okay, we'll take it. Another objective down, finally. Yeah, I suspect that once we get down through this section, we're hopefully going to pick up a little speed. Speaking of picking up speed, this is going to be a very hard fight. This is a very fast enemy, and this is a very fast location. Okay, so we're curing up the Rosa that has some hit points left, because our Cecil that's not berserked is going to start blocking for the other Cecil and the Rosa, who are at low hit points. And I think at this point, we genuinely just need to start dishing out damage. This spot has pretty solid hit points, 30-some thousand. And only one of our characters is doing 4-digit damage. Yeah. It was just a matter of getting set up. And once we got there, we got there. That's going to make a huge difference, getting that Cure 3. I think I'm going to go ahead when we get underground. So We... I just realized we can't use the warp glitch, which means that we definitely have a chance that we might have to do Sealed Cave, but we haven't seen it yet, so it's a possibility we don't. Given that this is the party I'm planning to use, I'm gonna go ahead and burn my free siren that I started with right off the bat. Just get myself another... Well, actually no, we should wait until I get 10 key items to get double experience. But I am thinking... I mean, honestly, let's just do tower quick. We're right here. You know what? Yeah. This is a good enough, or this is a decent loot area, and the trap chests here are really easy. I'm gonna go ahead and loot on the way up. I'm not gonna go out of my way for it unless we don't find a single monster chest, but our goal at this point is kind of gonna be to get that second, if we can get a second crystal sword, it's gonna go a long way. Unfortunately, we keep finding Masamunes. It's one of those, if we had an edge. We have enough items left. We'll go ahead and just take care of this now. I'm okay with that being where we find Rubicant. This is gonna be like 2 hits. 1 hit. Need to remember that we also do get a free Excalibur if we do the Pookle's Forge, but it's not a guarantee that that's a requirement like it normally is, so less of a concern. This spot is actually pretty high level and has a pretty high hit point pool, so just to be safe, let's make sure we're saving. I have been a little bit sloppy about my saves. Second siren. Interesting. So this is going to be a very high hit point Mom Bomb. It's already a pretty high hit point spot because it's the 3 different parts of the Luge fight, all crammed into one. And then Mom Bomb gets a free, I think it's 10,000 on top of that. So the good news is this is just mostly physical attacks. All we've got to do is make sure that we keep, you know, our one Cecil up, and even our low health characters will be okay. Actually, no, we can't do that because of the bomb, the explosion. So I guess we should probably just berserk everybody. That probably should have been a berserk instead of a blink. It's basically what I'm getting at. Because we're not going to be using cover strats for this fight. Bomb's going to start getting ready to explode. Never mind. We have a crystal sword. I have to stop overthinking things. We have Crystal Sword Cecil. There's the pan. That's a really good find. That's going to be 3 item checks for us. Plus we've got a free one at the Town of Monsters. I'm probably going to go ahead though and do the pan check first. It is an objective, but also, if we can get up to that 10 key items, I'd like to do the Sirens before I go down to Land of Summon Monsters. Because if we can do the King-Queen fights while we're down there, that'd save us a trip. We don't know what they're going to be yet. Also, getting double XP on those King-Queen fights is pretty solid. Like, we're getting up to the point where the XP starts mattering a lot more. And with no standard grind options, no D-Machine, no farming for Sirens, I think we can find a shop that sells them, but there's not a lot of shops available that sell Sirens. But we also have moon bosses, we've got trapdoors, like, there's a bunch of options here. Rat tail. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna do Sylph Cave, and we're gonna do Sylph Cave, Rat Tail, and the returning the pan to Sheila. That's gonna get us the self check. Spoon isn't helpful, but it is a key item. So we do get that. Clear the path. I keep forgetting, we do have the big whale also. At some point, if I'm feeling like, basically, again, once we hit 10 key items, I'm probably just gonna go boss rush. We need to be looking at bosses anyway. Earth Pistol. That gets us the treasury, I guess. Like, and again, 2 more bosses. Because right now, what we need, that's our 10, actually. So we need to find Water Hag, we need to do the King Queen of, yeah, we just need Water Hag and King Queen of Eblin. Or King Queen of Summon Monsters. So return the pan quick. We've got all of our key items that we need, technically. So I think at this point, we do our sirens. We probably raid the treasury just for safety, because the treasury can have a lot of potential. Basically, all the stuff that we still want could show up in the treasury. Third Masamune. We've got sirens, or we've got tents now. Not ideal. Knowing my luck, we're gonna find cabins, like, as soon as I do this, but whatever. So we're just looking for the water hag. We know where everything else is. We have a path. And we need experience. So my goal is gonna be gear up as much as we can. And honestly, like I said, I think I'm gonna do the King Queen of Monsters spot. And then head to the moon. That gets us a bunch of checks. Gets us a bunch of boss checks. And at this point, the more bosses we can fight without having... Wow. Wow. So, not perfect, but that's pretty darn close. But yeah, no, the more bosses we can do without a bunch of other quest stuff in between, the better. And at this point, the options, like Earth Crystal, is super, like, quest intensive, I guess. Like, there's 2 bosses. Yes, it's not very hard. So we pulled 2 white robes, a second ribbon, a second defense sword, and I think that's probably good for where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead, actually. We're gonna do that. And keep that guy as our defensive option. The crystal armor has really high defense, but it doesn't let you cover. But it doesn't let you berserk. Which means if we're going to have a Cecil that has the option to cover, that's going to be the one. just remembered my own plan. That's going to be a quick 68,000 experience. We can do that twice. And I think that's going to mean that we don't have to grind anywhere else. We're going to get the XP from King Queen Evelyn, and then we're going to go to the moon. So that's plenty of experience by itself. And genuinely, I don't think we need to loot anymore. At this point, we're just gonna hope that we find a Crystal Sword or an Excalibur from one of the quest rewards. Like, we've got a bunch of key item spots, and we've got a bunch of items that should be mixed in with them. I don't see why we should be going out of our way for it when we can easily get... Like, defense swords are not as good as Excalibur and Crystal Sword, but they're not bad. And I don't think we're gonna find better, basically. Like, outside of trap chests, we're not gonna find better. Or key item spots. So, if we're going to be fighting 7 bosses in a row, 6, 7 bosses in a row, 8 bosses in a row, then I don't see why we should prioritize other stuff at this point. Technically, we could check the armor shop for Black Belt. Interesting. Okay, so easy king spot, and then elements at queen should be fine. Yeah, this should be... This is very doable. Just some unfortunate hit point totals, but... this is all percentage-based damage, so we literally, like, this is a great boss to fight at this spot. It's going to be obnoxious, but it's very doable. Unfortunately, because of the... If you kill the attacker and the defender both, the CPU starts attacking for 9,999 damage a pop. And while we have good equipment, we can't counteract that. So instead, we just take out the healer, we heal ourselves regularly, and we have to take it slow instead of using Berserk. There'll be plenty of time for Berserk later. I just realized there's not that many bosses left on Earth. It might be better to clear before we go to the moon. We haven't found the pass yet. And we have the key items for everything but the Baron fights. So if we find, especially if we find the Baron key at one of these spots, it may be better to finish clearing like Earth Crystal spot, Dwarf Castle. Actually, we should do Dwarf Castle. That's 2 bosses also. We're not looking for key items. Yeah. There's just got Cure 4. Do you have the courage and power to test me? Yeah. I'm gonna go with yeah. Yeah, that's a problem, actually. And I didn't save. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Okay, I guess we're redoing the CPU fight as well. Let's do that one first, though. Well, no. Yeah. Downside to this is I don't have my second crystal sword. The upside... was not thinking about the Cure 4 not being there either. That's actually a bigger problem. There we go. Just had to prioritize that one spot of healing. Yeah, that was a mistake. Like, we're still fine. It just means that we're going to take a little bit longer on this because I didn't do that one attack from the Crystal Sword Cecil, but whatever. I may actually take the risk on the Berserk here. Is this me tempting fate? Maybe. Is it worth it? Probably. He's gonna get enough. Hopefully he gets enough extra turns that it genuinely just doesn't matter. That's the goal. Perfect. Okay, so we didn't get the pass for the Baron Key. I'm gonna take the risk. At this point, we're literally looking for one boss. It could technically be at the package location, it could be at the Earth Crystal location, and it could be at Luca Cave. It could be at Dwarf Castle also. Dwarf Castle is 2 checks. Earth Crystal is 2 checks. Maybe I'll go do those ones. I'm very conflicted on this. I really don't want to. Doesn't matter that much, but Aegis Shield does have very good magic defense, which does matter for the last fight. I'm a little torn, like I've said. Yeah, let's see what Dwarf Castle has. So basically, there's a chance we don't have to go to the moon at all. We're actually in good enough shape at this point that if we find Water Hag here, we could probably just skip it. Definitely not Water Hag. Actually, we know the second boss here is not Water Hag. He is really slow here. Okay. I mean, and that's part of why I'm thinking, let's just go do these quick. Like, Luca Cave is the one I'm really not wanting to do right now. And Package. Oh, that is Water Hag. I was wrong. Okay. So that gives us... That's it. That's our last objective. Now we just need to... So we don't have the pass, which means we have to go through the lunar subterrane. I'm thinking we just do one of the boss fights along the way. Maybe two. That'll get us enough XP that our roses will definitely be in good shape. Like, we're probably fine. We have 2 Crystal Sword Cecils. Can't believe I almost skipped that. I would have been kicking myself. So actually, I have a slight addendum to my plan, which is, this could still be the pass. And if it is the pass, I may just try it. Like, Rose's hit points are a little low, but we've got 2 Crystal Sword Cecils. Okay. I stand corrected. Rose's agility's chilling at 21. Should be fine. Yeah, I think that's it. We have silk webs, so we should be able to stack this up. And that might keep us under 2 hours, which I'm not going to complain about. If we are close but struggling, I can also just go kill a trapdoor quick. But I feel like we should be okay. Let's hope if I go the right place. So the one thing that I'm even slightly nervous about here is we just have to get this initial... And basically, we just need to get our Berserk set up. That was 3 shakes before I even got to act. My agility may be off more than I was thinking it would be. Let's see what Zeromus' true colors are today. Gastronomous. That's pretty cute. First Silkweb missed, so we're gonna toss a second. We're gonna get Berserks on the 2 Crystal Sword Cecils first. Actually, we're going to belay that second one and cure. Should be nerfed. Should be like... Yeah. And with the way that we're set up, this should be a set it and forget it point. The way that Zeromus' AI works, he keeps trying to put actions into the queue, and then he has to wait for his turn to come around. But Berserk kind of like lets us cut in line, and if we can make him change phases in between when his actions would take place, he loses his spot. So basically, the Berserks let us keep cutting in line repeatedly and keep him from getting to act. That's a big bang that I wasn't expecting. We may be in trouble, but as long as one of our roses survives... I do think that I didn't set up the agility right. I probably should have just bombed her agility with a curse ring instead. Judging by how this is reacting, but I think we're okay for now. Like, I think we're still gonna win. There's the next phase. This is the one I'm most worried about, honestly. We just need to make sure he doesn't get a black hole off. This might still be a problem. There we go. That was really weird. We didn't... Okay, he was one phase later than I thought even. But, I mean, I guess we'll take that. That's 153. Now, this was mostly an unintentionally easy scene. I wanted to play to the theme. And anytime you've got Cecil in your party, it's basically fair until you get a crystal sword, and then all bets are off. Like, Cecil and Rosa are probably two of the best characters in the game. So, I feel like this is the challenge here was trying to come up with a strategy, figuring out how to get the XP, whether we had enough XP, when to stop looting, what equipment to go after, and I feel like we handled that pretty well. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said in the last video, I am planning on doing a few more of these. I'm probably not going to do 2 in the same week like I just did. This was just because I had the cute idea for doing a Cecil Rosa seed for Valentine's Day, and I only had 4 Pokemon videos for the week. So, yeah. If you are enjoying these, make sure you leave a comment, give it a like. If you want to see more content, make sure you give me subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.